off, a quick shout out to our very first patron at the Movies Only Nerd level. We have Kenny Brown, who's from the Zion's Finest podcast, and they also have a Slack, and he's definitely a big cheerleader of the community builder, and cheerleader of fellow content creators. So we're very grateful to have his support. Welcome to a Star Wars Shatterpoint battle report that is going to be a little bit more new player focused. So I'll be taking the turns a little slower, going through the steps of what I'm thinking, why I'm doing what I'm doing. We'll see how far I get, if it's just one struggle or if I can get a whole game in. But we're going to be playing on shifting priorities. We got the plus sign. Mandalorians are going to be going first, and as you can see, I've mostly put in core box characters, so Maul's squad as is, and then Clan Kreese are going to be with the armor. So she, of course, comes from a different box, but very key to the Mandalorian's playstyle, in my opinion. It will mean only having 5 force, but of course Maul can spend damage on his turn instead of force, so that helps us there. And then I'm going to be playing General Grievous, basically his squad, but his supports are going to be over the other squad, with Kalani and the B1s from the core box, and then throwing in Luminara as well, as that's a pairing that's been picking up steam recently. I should check my stances here. I guess, yeah, we do want to be on that side. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so let's get started. So generally in struggle 1, I tend to not really want to reserve too much. I mean, maybe if I'm playing Obi-Wan, then I'll consider reserving, because I want to use his patience ability to swap him into reserve, get a free jump. But especially on this side with 5 force, I'm not going to want to be spending force to reserve. I'm going to want to use force for my abilities. So I've also deployed so that 2 characters from 2 different units are covering each point. So that means I'm going to be free to move these Mandalorian super commandos away, because the Clan Kreese is going to claim that point for me. And on shifting priorities, I do tend to split my supports up so that they can cover more points, start getting control of more points, and because then it makes it harder. You know, it's obviously harder for your opponent to flip 2 points if you're already there, rather than being able to just flip 1 point and then you're kind of 1 up on your turn. So we'll go with our Mandalorian Super Commandos, and they're going to do the move first so that they can get their, well, the free focus isn't going to matter too much because I'm not going to do an attack with them anyway, but it's just kind of a habit to make sure that we do our move action with our Mandalorians within range 2 of each other, so that they get that free focus. Then we're going to take our jump, I think, but we're going to measure and check that the jump is actually going to take us within one of the ingress point, so that because if it's not, then we'll do our take cover action first to make sure we're there, but we will be there, so it's fine. Do the jump within one, take cover, and let's see. This isn't the side with Grievous, so maybe we're not so worried about melee. I mean, Luminara is probably not going to really make it here anyway. So let's just go kind of here. Then one. Over ingress. And then what we can actually do, if we want, possibly, no, not quite, never mind. I was thinking we could jump up and ingress down, but it's not really going to matter. We'll just do our jump around here and kind of backstop ourselves. We're going to take cover there. And they'll be hunkered. Oh yeah, let's use our overlay. And so we will control 3 objectives. And they will control the 1. So that's their turn. B1s. Okay, so they're probably not going to get both points. Really, ideally, we'd like to have Kalani go first, and that's something I didn't actually think about. Sometimes I'd actually flop them so that he's in range 4 of all the supports, but I'll leave it like that for now. He's at least in range of those. B1s, they do have the ability to be put on the bottom of the deck when you reserve them, and I think that is what I'll do. Just because I think they can only really get 1 point anyway, and I'd like to be giving them dashes first before they activate. So we'll see who's next. Okay, so it's Shatterpoint, and like I said, it'd be nice to have Kalani go first before them. So that is who I will take with the Shatterpoint, because I can give out a bunch of dashes here. Let's dash him up there. We can get in range 1 of this ingress point. Pop up here, give him a little extra distance. Go towards that point. And we'll get this one. Dash this ingress point. And it'll go over there. Over a little left, I think. Back him up a little. Gotta make sure we're within range 1 here. Yeah. Okay. So that's all our dashes from Roger. Then we're going to do a move action. We're going to go toward Yeah, toward the center point. Now, he is backstopped pretty well here. So that is going to affect our ability to shove him off. Also hunkered. But that'll just be 5 dice. They have 8 health. So we might have to go for the wound to try and get them, try and flip that point. But the plan is, and so we'll have to keep this in mind, is to tactical network, either get it off the tree or pay for it, and that'll give the B1 the dash to take that point. So being able to get the center one is a little more dicey, but we'll get this one for sure. So we'll do the attack, and it's 7 plus 1 target concentrate all firepower, because he's within 4. Yeah. So it'll be 8 into 5. And so we get another crit from the expertise. That'll be 5. They're getting 2 from that, I think. Yeah. So 3 hits will go away. We'll get 2 steps. So probably not getting the wound on this. 3 damage. And so yeah, he's not even going to be in range if we wanted to flip that point either. See, well, no, we could do, yeah, we can do the shove or the follow-up. So the shove, yeah, definitely. So we'll do a follow-up straight towards the point. Should get us in range. We're not expecting our B1 to be able to do 5 damage. No, 4 steps, not really. But we'll take a shot into him anyway. So pay 1 for tactical network. That'll give them a dash. Oops. And a 5 dice attack. Now they are actually going to get an extra die from the hunker and cover from terrain. But this will be a 6 die attack instead of 5 because of Kalani's ability. Okay, so a good roll on defense. That'll be 5 blocks. So it's just going to be that crit getting through for 1 damage on this attack. But we got them at half health. Take that point for 2. Now, maybe it would have been better, I suppose, to actually flip the point, take it away from their control. Yeah, I mean, he could have moved up and taken the point. It would have been melee attack instead. So maybe not the best play there with the tactical network, but anyway, we'll see how that goes for us, because now they're sitting with 3 already instead of having only 2 and having to fight for a 3rd point. So I'll pass it back. Mandos. Mandos are getting Maul. Now Maul would be tempting to reserve because he's not really somewhere. He doesn't really have great targets to be doing all of the amazing things that he can do. Not that it's terrible though either. I mean, he could advance. So now I'm going to kind of plan out his turn, what I would do. So he can kind of advance there, advance. He could do an attack, a ranged attack into Kalani on Sinister Cunning. The hope would be to get the 2 steps for the reposition. I mean, a shove would be good as well, because if he's about here, to get a reposition over here, well, after the shove, if he could get into contesting range at this point, well, I think he'd be too close to these B1s in order to pull them off, is the thing. So maybe the other option, maybe he could go here, here, and then throw at them, reposition up here, and then he might be able to pull them onto the ground. I think that's a better better option here. So we'll take a damage for force speed. I know it's tempting to want to do a melee attack so that you're getting the extra dice from his damage and to do, to do the the pull first to expose them, but really their expertise is not that great anyway. So I'm fine with the ranged attack and then do the pull after. I'll just have to be careful with the positioning, but I think it should be fine. So this will be 7 into, I think it's like 3 or 4. Oh, so he's getting 4 expertise, which gives 2 crits and 2 damage. The 2 expertise is going to be 1 block for them. So that means 3 are going to get through plus 2 damage. So that's 5, 6, 7. And but they do have protection while on an active objective, so that'll be down to 6. He's gonna get his shove. Well, the shove might take him off, and I don't even need to use the pull. But we'll also give them a pin, not the expose, because again, the expose doesn't really affect them too much. Let's make sure we're measuring our away angle. I think if we push him to the edge, they'll be out. Yeah. So on our tree, the shove comes before the reposition, so we have to do the shove first. And now we'll do the reposition over to here, and we're gonna kind of, let's flip the point there, and then we'll sit here, and when we get our Shatterpoint, we could potentially go for that even. But good turn for Maul, getting 4 points, so really making them pay for having not flipped this point. So he's just sitting with 1 damage on him. And we'll pass it back. Kraken. So, yeah. Okay. So what Kraken can do, he can give a dash to himself or a supporting unit. We could dash him back just to tie that point. We can actually dash him forward and double body on that point. The thing is, oh yeah, we could, and then if we attack the super commandos, we could be potentially wounding them and give our tactical network to the B2 to take 2 potentially here. So we would actually need to, yeah, if we give them the dashes, first one's gonna remove the pin, and since that's not gonna actually affect a point, we'll leave him there and give this one a dash. So that one's gonna attempt to move, remove the pin. That one's gonna dash forward. And then going to do a move action. So we want to be within 2 of this point. 5 of him, 4 of him. And they are, yeah, they're going to remove their hunker now. Nice as well. He's going to take a shot at Commando there. 8. They're going to have 4 on defense. Oops. So we're getting, same as before with Kalani, we're getting 2 crits, 3 hits. The hits are going to be blocked, so we're getting 2 down the tree. For might as well do 3 damage and a pin. Shove's not going to push him anywhere anyway. And we do want to leave him on that point so that it's not so easy to grab by just putting a body on there. And then he's going to use a tactile network. It's going to pay 1 for it in order to mainly give the dash to the B2 over here. And we actually dash them to the ingress point and put him here. Oops. And we'll give him a hunker as well. So that will flip 2 points on this turn. Oops. Momentum for the wound. So we'll skip over to 0. And so we're getting Gar Saxon here. Gar Saxon here. Hmm. So again, thinking about what can he accomplish on his turn. So right now we've got 2-0 here, 1-0 here because they're. Wait a second, they're not wounded. Right. Back up. Okay, he shouldn't be hunkered. We need to do damage to them still. So he's actually going to do an attack. We want to get the 1 damage through, so I wonder. We should probably leave him down here. And do a ranged attack. Because we could possibly get the 1 damage off the expertise here. So 6. So 2 is 2 blocks. We're actually getting 3 steps through. So we could do a reposition. So yeah, we're getting the wound. We could do a reposition. So that's gonna put us where we were. Okay. All is well there. Okay. So back to it. We got. Let's see. So yeah, Gar Saxon could try to take a shot at the B2, or could get in range to get dice from Pack Hunter. Because they're actually kind of too far away to give him a focus. But if we could come up here and be engaged, I mean, I'd need to do 9 damage, which is not super easy for him. Let's see. Yeah, 8 off the tree. Could probably get a wound on the B once pretty easily. So let's see. Honestly, he's going to kind of struggle to flip a point here, which is not great. He could jump, do a move action. I don't know that gets him to the ladder. I think he's kind of body blocked. But that might at least get him in range of the Super Commando for the focus. And yeah, I'd have to full tree to get the 2 shoves. Or, well, you could get one off of expertise as well. Might be able to shove him off that way. So yeah, I think that's the way we go here. So if we jump, and he can, oh, that's also true. He could tell him to move before that. We still need to get the B2 off the point though. So we're gonna give this Clan Kreese a jump. Just kind of forward. He's gonna take a jump. So that'll cost 1. Just going to do a move action. And we're going to kind of come over here to get the best possible shove angle. We're definitely within 2 to get our focus. So, yeah, we'll get our focus, sharpshooter, and he gets a hunker as well. So it'll be 9 dice at range into this B2. I think they're 4. Range again. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting expertise. Only 1 expertise though. It's a crit. But that'll be 8 successes. B2's getting 2 blocks, so that will be 6 for a full tree. Let's see. So yeah, I think we need the 2 shoves to get them off the objective, so that'll be 7 damage. To the damage pool, a jump and a pin, and oh yeah, their protection is always on, so it'll be 6 damage. Now, gotta kind of go in order here. He does get a jump first, so I could actually jump. Oops. To here. And that actually gives us even better shove angle for this. So, first one is going to be here. Just to the edge. And then the second one, go kind of off that way. And so we will be flipping that point, which is good. Done a decent amount of damage. And he gets to keep his hunker. So that will be 3 points again. Pass it back to the Separatists. And they get the B2. So what could they do? He would have to come back over here and try to shove him off. What's this one gonna do? I don't know if we can. Well, we could probably double body the point here. Yeah, he could just climb up. He can probably follow the path. Yeah, move, and then dash down and up here. And that would double up on that to get that point. The other possibility is that we actually have this guy dash and then move over here, try to get a shove on the Clan Kreese, although Bo-Katan is there. So he'll be getting protection and steadfast. And yeah, it's not super likely we'll get 2 shoves through. So I think we're going to focus on making sure we flip this point. So for that, we're going to do our move action over here and up. He's going to climb just to be just within range to give room for his friend. And I think we might do the attacks. Well, he is hunkered. But I think we'll still attack first. See if this guy can get a shove. Maybe even spend one for saturation fire. Well, we don't really need it though. Yeah, okay. Right. So we need to do the dash to get rid of the pin before the climb. Oops. So, can he still make it? Oh yeah. Okay. Oops. Okay. So yeah, that's fine. So do like that then. Dash first, and then move action. And so he's gonna shoot our Saxon first. For 7. He loses his hunker, because now they're engaged. So we got 4. 2 expertise will be 2 damage. Crit and 4, so that's 5. He's getting 2 from the expertise, so 3. So 2 getting through for shove and 3 damage. And we'll be able to shove him off. And then the other one will also be able to do a ranged attack. Oh, there was expertise in there too. So that was 5 total actually. That's another 2 crits and 2 damage for 5 damage, which will be enough for the wound on Gar-Saxon. That'll get us another momentum. And actually, we should be getting a dash from Lumi as well, which I forgot about earlier. But it's kind of too late for that. Let's maybe take the opportunity to get Grievous a little farther into the board. You can hit the Ingress point and pop up. And settle flip that point for 3. And it's back to the Mandos. This point over here is now all of that squad has gone. And they're either wounded or over there. We might need... let's see. Yeah, I don't think they have quite enough movement to get over there, so I think I think we're going for the center. Maybe Bo-Katan. The thing is, she needs to actually move within 2 of a Mandalorian. Well, I guess she could jump. Let's see. Jump, move. Yeah, probably not. Though. I don't know. I think. I mean, they've only got 2. They've got 3 force. But you're gonna want 1 for armor, 1 for bow, 1 for Kryze. So I don't really want to use 1 to reserve. So yeah, I think we do kind of have to just go for the middle on this. Try to get the wound on B1. And if we do that in 1 shot, maybe we can, maybe we'll be able to try and shove Kalani off as well. So let's do our move action first, I think. He's going to move up. Oop. There. And he's going to move. Oops. Over here. Because even if we wound or push the B1, then we still have to double body this point to take it from Kalani. So we'll get our focus action. And they want to be making ranged attacks. Alright, so Clan Kryze have moved. They get their focus action. Now we're going to take some shots at the B1s. So bottom one is going to shoot the one up there. They're not hunkered. And so we will do, it'll be 8 dice, yep. Into 4, yeah. And so we need to get this wound in order to be able to body up, outbody Kalani on that center point. And we're gonna get 3 expertise on defense is gonna be 1 block, so that's 2 blocks. 4 hits, 3 expertise is crit and a hit, so 6 results down to 4. And so that'll get, what are we gonna do here? I get the 4 damage for sure. We can do pin and let's do the disarm because yeah, expose isn't doing much. So we'll do our 4 damage. Disarm, pin. And I'll get the wound. We could get a, yeah, we get 2 shoves out of that as well. Big shot for our Clan Kryze here. Let's see about, oops, shoving him off. Probably shove him that way. And you know what? We could shove him this way because that point's not active in struggle 3. Not a huge chance. Struggle 2, so we'll push him there. We'll take our follow up because why not? Come straight towards. I mean, we're gonna get the jump out of this. I think we're gonna need the jump because yeah, he can't really go anywhere. Oh yeah, he was the one shooting. So yeah, back that up. The other one, yeah, if only it was close enough. I think he's, yeah, range 4. Definitely not close enough to shoot at B2s. We'll take a shot at Kalani. And so that'll be 8 dice again. I think it's 4 again as well. On defense. Yeah. Oh boy, 5 expertise. That's gonna get us 2 crits and a hit. Meanwhile, 2 is going to be 1 block for Kalani. Ooh. And so 2 will take care of the hits. We'll get 2 crits through. And so that will be, let's do 3 damage pin shove. Kalani doesn't really like to be pinned, so that's what we'll do. Yeah, there's not a stuff there. Oh no, it's this guy's shooting. And follow up. So technically, I will take that point even without the jump. Thing is, it's pretty easy to take if I don't move onto the point. I've got 2 force, 3 force left, and 3 cards left. One of them's a Shatterpoint, I think. So yeah, we're gonna spend 1. Oh, I didn't mark momentum for that. Oh yeah, Lumi could give out 3 heals, so we're actually gonna heal up our B2s. So they're even further away from being wounded anyway. So that's fine. And yeah, we're gonna do, I mean, yeah, we're gonna be kind of in range of Grievous either way we slice it. But maybe let's lean a little bit this way, just because this is a more commonly active point, at least for struggle 3. So we're gonna hop over to the ingress point and down, land on it, so we'll flip it right now. And that will be 3 points for our Mandos. Keep them in the game. Let's try and get rid of that. Nope, it's just gonna stay there anyway. Okay. Send it back. Oh yeah, we Shatterpointed. Kalani. So that means Lumi, Grievous, and B1s are left. We know B1s are on the bottom, so it's gonna be Lumi or Grievous. And so Grievous could definitely just go wound them. And that would kind of be that. Kalani feels like a reserve here. Pinned. Just got no one that's not wounded to kind of move. So I think I can do it for 1 less. Yes, complete analysis. Put him in reserve. See who's next. It's Luminara, so that's not the best, but we've got 2 force left. Not really relying on her to wound our clan Kreese. I mean, she could get 7 damage through full 3s, but like we'd have to even get a range is kind of dicey here. Let's see. I mean, we can get a range. Yeah, we can spend one for the dash. Definitely get a range of them and the point. I think, because yeah, point's over there, yeah. So spend one for that. And we will do an attack. So we did the sprint there. Do the attack, 7 dice. Into their 4 in melee. 4 expertise. Crit and 2 hits, so that's 5. 5 total results. 3 expertise on them is 2, so 3. So that's 5 down to 2. So we could get a reposition, which is interesting. I don't think there's anywhere we can really steal on them. Already got that one. You know, even if I got over there, it would be 1-to-1. Yeah, could get ourselves over this way towards these points. So let's do that. So we're gonna get the shove's not gonna do I don't think it's gonna get them out of range. Maybe we could though. It'd still be tied, but the thing is, does that take it? Yeah, it takes it from 3 damage down to 2. But if you get them off, then you know, as soon as we can dash someone onto the point, then we're taking it. So yeah, why not? Oops. And we're gonna put her over this way. And like I said, that's because the this objective is more likely to be active. Struggles 2 and 3, as well as this. This one has no chance of being active, struggle 3. So that's why we're kind of, I mean, we've got people who can go there, but we're not really committing anybody to that. She's got pretty good defense, so we're not super worried about her being being shoved off. I'm gonna flip the point. We'll tie it, which actually means we only get 2. We'll both get a momentum. Self and a allied Mandalorian. There, Mandalorian, a jump. So what can we do here? Our Saxon's wounded. So yeah, the 2 points that we don't have are that one, which has the B2s on it. They have 5 health plus protection. Or this point with Kraken on it, who has protection and steadfast. Only one shove. I mean, you'd need 2 shoves to get him off. Which 4 steps? Yeah, you need to be on this side. Get 4 steps through. Could do an expose, but I mean, expose isn't super big on their defense. Let's see. Could get the clan Kreese back onto this point. She is melee only, so that's going to affect our ability to hit the B2s. So I think we're crossing the board to hit Kraken here. Now we either jump, beat bow up to make sure this is not stealable by, say, like Grievous or something. Or we double body this up so that it's harder to take as well. I think we go for the bow jump. Oops. So we'll keep her in range, but forward so that she can go for something. Her turn. I'm gonna get a jump. I think we may be further ahead. And the Ingress will get us a little further, I guess. So pop up here. We got more room to go. There. Okay. Then now I want to be able to advance into range of him. So we can't be engaged with Lumi. Right. So we'll take our move action. And then take another advance. Now, we're not actually on the point yet, but hopefully with shoving him off, we can do a follow-up and get on there. So, or we get a reposition. I mean, we need the 2 shoves though to get him off of it. So, okay, so we're gonna be rolling. We're both gonna become exposed. Nope, that's Kalani, Kraken. Exposed. And then we'll be throwing 8 dice. Into their 4. And so we're getting, oh, it's 4 expertise. Ouch. So that's nothing on the block. So 5, 6, 7 results. Oh boy, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, we need the 2 shoves. So we'll have to follow the bottom and then up. So that'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. Which will actually go through because we're going to get a shove, which we can, which Kraken's going to ignore, but we're going to get the follow-up because the steadfast just prevents him from being shoved. So we'll do the follow-up that way, which gets its on. Then when our second shove happens, which actually gets through, then we've got the angle to push him that way. All right, and his protection and steadfast is just while he's on an active objective, so no protection when the damage is actually applied. So that'll do 9. I think we got some conditions. We're going to heal the expose off, do strain, expose, disarm. And so, yeah, now Kraken is dangerously close to being wounded. And we will flip that for 4. So Mando's pulling it back on this. And that did cost a force. So back to the Separatists. So Kalani, what can we do with Kalani? So they're pinned. I was thinking, so yeah, we can double up. If he just gets onto this point, he takes it. But that's only going to be 2. What else can we do? We can't even do tactile network on Kraken to get him to move anywhere because he'll just become wounded. So that doesn't work. Oh yeah, we don't need to take that. Well, what can we do here? Could. No, there's no way. There's no way they're shoving armor off. Oh, well, yeah, they're engaged with armor. So, what I was starting to think about is if if Kraken wounds Clan Kreese, then Luminara gets that. If and then he could like move or go back this way. Somebody tactical networks someone to shoot him off. I mean, I could give him the dash, wound him. Could maybe get some shots through, but it would be a disarmed shot. And it's really the expertise that allows stuff to get through on that attack. So yeah, it's either going to be, well, it's going to be Grievous, because B1s are on the bottom. So what could we do with Grievous? Because yeah, we can only take 1 point with Kalani, so so at the start of his turn, Battle Droid character can get a dash. So we could technically dash the Kalani to get the pin off. And then he's gonna move. problem is he's going to, yeah, he's only going to be able to really affect 1 point, because the B2s that are not wounded are across the board. Appetite for Destruction gives a supporting battle droid within 3, a dash, and 5 dice attack, but it has to be on the same person that he attacks, so there's no way to get them to attack somebody else. That's part of the problem. I wonder, where are they at? Oop, did I not mark? Yeah, we did 2 on them from Lumi's attack. So yeah, 5 damage. Yeah, that's not getting through. I mean, Grievous could definitely wound them, but then what? Go. Go and either wound or just push bow off of that point. So with a advance, probably have to be to the ground. Advance, yeah, I can't really shove from the other side. Basically have to be a wound. 3 steps would wound the Clan Kreese. You shoot him. Have to full tree into Maul in order to wound him. If I wound Clan Kreese, I get to give out a dash to anyone. So we could, yeah, I could wound the Clan Kreese and double body a point. Yeah, that would work. Okay, so yeah, I think we're going with Grievous. We are going to have to kind of hold him back, which isn't great, but he's going to give Kalani the dash to get rid of the pin. He's going to do a move. And up there. And actually we'll put him there. And then we will hit them in quad arms, so it'll take 2 steps to wound them. Should be easy enough. 8. Oops. Into 4. 6 successes minus 3. So we're getting 3 through, which will be 7 damage or 5 with a shove. Doesn't really matter. So 7 damage it is. We will wound them, which will get us some momentum. and give us a dash, which Kalani will use. And Kalani, yeah, we'll go there. And so that was from Luminara. And then so Luminara will be flipping that. And then Grievous is going to pay 1 for Scuttle, which will give him advance, which gets lowered to a dash because he's engaged with armor. But that's fine. We'll double up. Just stay within 2. Double up on that point, which will flip that and that for 3 and another momentum. So Mandos are not out of this yet. Nobody's out of this yet, really. And we'll push it back to the Mandos. We're gonna get Bo-Katan, who's protecting that point. It'll be difficult for her to push Luminara off of that, I would say. Both the sets of supports are wounded, so it's just armor, Maul. Yeah, half their team, half of their team is wounded. So what we're gonna do here. I don't actually know that we have the movement. Well, no, we should. Yeah, because if we do our move action within 2 of Mandalorian, then we'll get heals and a dash. So yeah, that's fine. Okay. We do have the Force, right? Yes. And last is going to be Shatterpoint, which is probably going to be Maul, so that'll also be okay. We will jump up here. We are kind of abandoning the back, but we do need to flip a point at the very least. Okay, so we're paying 1 for the jump. Then we are moving. We're kind of in range anyway. But we're moving. Then 2 of them. Technically gets us a dash, which can't really fit there anyway. Oh yeah, who did I give? I didn't give a jump out, did I? I'll just get rid of the pin so I can't move them out of the way. You know what, let's actually move jump Gar Saxon up here. Just for whenever he wakes up. And then gotta do 5 damage into the B2s. But we're getting our she's gonna heal the pin off of them from the dash and heals. And then take a shot with 7 dice. Yeah, 7 is the focus. And they're going to have 4 again for range. Decent. attack. 4 hits, 2 crits, 2 blocks. We'll take that down to 4 steps. And we need 6 damage, which we can get by going through the top. So we'll also do a pin. So it's 6 down to 5. Pin and a shove. Shove them off. We won't be able to get to that elevation, but we can take it from the ground. So that'll get a wound, momentum. And so Lumi will heal 3 on Kraken, which will get rid of the strain, disarm, and we're also going to get rid of the disarm on the B1s. We know they're coming up as well, and they can get rid of 1 condition when they wake up. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Because yeah, the recovers can still be on someone within 2 for that. Bo is then going to take that for 3. 1, 2, 3. We got the wound, so yeah, it's back to back here. All right. So, what can Kalani do? Not a ton. Gonna tell the B1s to move, but they're not awake yet. So that's gonna be more useful in a turn. So yeah, you know what? Let's go with the B1s. They're gonna wake up and wonder if there is a possibility this guy getting there. All these people are wounded. No, Bo-Katan is not. I mean, they could either double body this to take it from Maul, which, yeah, they're only flipping 1 either way, I think. Let's see here. If we could get a shove on Bo-Katan, but, well, you'd need 2. It's gonna be hard to get up there. It's not enough room. Let's see, I'm not really flipping that one. What can we do? They have a reposition on it too, so I could reliably shoot someone with poor defense. Can maybe get a reposition out of it to steal that point. But you also need to double body in order to get that point. So I don't think there's any path of actually getting 2 points on this turn. But and yeah, Kalani can't really, isn't gonna double. So yeah, I think they're in range to just take shots first. I think they are, yeah. I think we just shoot at Maul and then get up here in range to double up the point. If they, they might need to take cover just to get there. Okay, so yeah, climb first. And so yeah, he's in range, but he's not. So we'll need to take cover just to get to Mandos. Trying to get the Shatterpoint for Maul. And so you could definitely pull Luminara off. Stay on that point. Could probably yeah, I could pull Luminara off and then attack Kraken for a wound. Get another momentum and then three. Yeah, if we get a momentum at 3 points, that's what's gonna finish the struggle for us. So we will. It will be a. We kind of want to be on the higher level here. Am I within 3? Not quite. Okay. Oh yeah, we could dash under. Right, as long as we're not in ending up engaged with Luminara, fine. Okay, so we do need to be, oops, careful about our angle here. Oops. Yeah, okay, so pull her to that way, which will leave her, so he'll take a damage, 2 damage actually, or there's no place to run. She'll gain an expose, which is quite effective on Luminara. And then he will force speed, which will also be a dash. That's okay, because we're not going to be engaged for when we throw our lightsaber. Right, we're going to have to stay out of engagement with him. Voila, like that. And then we will throw, and Kraken is exposed, so this should be pretty darn easy. Throwing 7 dice into 4. So 1 block, 2 plus a crit and a damage, 3. So we will get the reposition. So that'll be 5. 5 damage, pin, shove. So we'll get the wound. And we'll shove him that way. And yeah, we'll stay there. That's fine. Luminara is going to give out 3 heals to an ally. They're wounded. I think it would just be heal up Kalani. So those are wounded anyway. Like I kind of said before, we don't mind the expose on Kraken, that's okay. And so Maul will flip that. Get a momentum for the wound. We get 3 points, and that will be the struggle for the Mandos. And I'm going to stop this one off here. Kind of already went a little bit longer than I had hoped, but hopefully by playing through this struggle and talking things out, you can kind of see the steps of how to approach each turn, right? So you're kind of looking at the card you draw, seeing how much you can do with that turn, how far can the character move, can I line up some ingress points to cheat out some extra movement, so planning out your jumps and advances in an order that allows you to utilize that, making sure you're considering the options of, okay, how many people do I have to displace, or what's the body count on the objectives that I don't control. So how many people do I need to either push off, or is there a unit that can be wounded in order to remove kind of 2 bodies, that sort of thing, and just kind of doing the math on each of those objectives. With the Separatist side of things, there are some times where there's something in reserve, so then you kind of think through, okay, how much can the person in reserve do? What are my cards that are left in the deck? How much can each of them do? And that sort of thing. So hopefully this was helpful to the newer players to kind of see how to better kind of think about your turns and kind of maximize your value out of each of your characters. And if you liked it, like the video and subscribe for more. Also, check out my Patreon if you'd like to support my channel. There's some other perks there depending on the tier that if you join. So check that out, and I'll see you next time.